What's up, guys and girls? Today I'm gonna talk you about gaping holes, how to moisturize them, and how to have a wonderful sex experience. Yes, this is about lubricating things. Everybody's favorite subject, right? So, what we have here is lubricant. Not sex so much, but anyway, lubricant. So, this one is a Finnish band. You might already know it since it's quite an old case. Founded in 1990. It's really a kind of a relic. First, before we go on into this CD, it seems that we are having quite a death metal revival in Finland. It means that some of the really old bands, like the first wave of Finnish death metal bands, are doing sort of live comebacks. They're coming with compilation CDs, live appearances and whatever, like after 20 or 25 years, even more. Abhorrence was probably the first one to do that, kind of a pre-amorphous. Also, Obfuscation came a few months ago with their compilation CD. Probably some other I just forget right now. And now, Lubricant. As you can see, it's a great, not so death metal cover. There's a guy sitting on a rock in the middle of a field. I don't know how this reflects to your death metal, but who gives a shit? So this is basically Swallow these years 1991, 1993. It's basically made of two different releases. The first one is a demo and the next one is EP. They were originally released sometime around 92, 93. So this is pretty much a compilation that kind of sums up the whole career, since Lubricant just existed for about 4 or 5 years before they call it quits for unknown reasons. I'm not gonna speculate on how much is truth, what they said on the promo letter, saying that they get fed up with the death metal genre, whatever. I think it's all bullshit, but I'm not gonna speculate more on that. The fact is that the band is now more or less back doing some kind of live show I think already this week here in Turku, but nevertheless they have no new material out except this one, which was already released, I think somewhere in March. So you probably heard it already, but let's take a closer look what this one actually is made of. Swallow the Symmetric Swab is the demo, which has 5 songs in a carcass type of song titles. Something like Paralysis Bulbaris or Inflammatorius Pulmonetesemium. I don't know, Latin kind of stuff. It's all about that. Same goes on with Nucleptia EP, which is another 5 songs on this compilation. As you can see, this is no jewel case, but a kind of digital sleeve, a digi sleeve, if you will. Nice work again by SWAT Records, who have done great work with other re-releases such as LPs and also CDs. Here inside we have a kind of typical compilation booklet, which shows you the kind of old school Zine articles and that kind of stuff. You can see there's old pictures and whatnot. Same goes on yet another 2 pages, and here finally this is more of the same. So as you can see, you can almost smell the old school smell from the 90s. So the appearance seems to be all nice and cool, kind of giving a really unique way, because I mean this is not a typical death metal cover. This is not doesn't look even death metal, more like, I don't know, some kind of hipster shit. And now we go to the bad shit, because this EP, while it's a kind of a death metal classic when it comes to songs and the age of the songs and whatever, I still think that this would not have deserved a kind of a reissue, except for being a cultural thing to do. And why? The reason is that these songs were never actually good. They are kind of unique, or at least not some common kind of death metal what you expect to hear from any band from, be it Finland, Sweden, United States, or whatever. They actually have a kind of personal way of creating songs, and not necessarily in a good way. The songs are quite bumpy. It's like driving a bad muddy road with lots of twists and turns. So it's kind of like hard to, just get the driving feeling. It's like I was driving a small forest road with my SUV and got stuck. This is as much fun as listening to this is. Yeah, you get to have the unique feeling and all that, but even though remastering, the sounds are still quite soft. They are not like, yeah, now I'm gonna bang my head until it fucking drops off. No, this is more like kind of smooth thing, but not in like a sharp or edgy way. The vocals are, there's some growling, some kind of like a shrieking, reminding me a bit of old Carcass, but not as good. And the biggest problem are the songs. They are simply not good. They don't have the catchiness, they don't have melodies, they don't have badass riffs. They just, I don't know, average shit, maybe a little less. And the funny parts, like some kind of duck vocals you can hear over here, they are not good. They are not even fun. They might be just make you smile for the first time you hear them, or just go like, what the fuck was that? But no, I can hardly recommend this to anyone, except if you're a collector, in which case reissues anyway, just a reissue. If you're an old school death metal maniac who happens to like Finnish death metal, then maybe you can give this a go, because it has its moments. It's not like hopeless piece of shit, but I can't like honestly recommend this album to anyone. It's okay to just, listen how things were or 25 years ago. But other than that, sorry to tell you, this is a waste of money, at least if you ask my opinion. But if you get to see them on stage, why not give a go? They're not like 15 years guys anymore, but grown up adult men who try to bring up the old school vibe, the way you wanted to lubricate your things. So spend your money on real lubricants, not on this kind of shit. As always, leave your comments below or on our Facebook page. Until our next video, take care.